Hello and welcome to the Mark Goldbridge live and at the Cut channel. It's our uncensored Premier League preview. How you all doing? Football is back. Arsenal are going to get smashed by Chelsea. We'll be talking Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City and anybody else that's relevant. So no Bournemouth. But anyway, let's crack on with it. Man, look, anything's possible in football. Let's start with the biggest game of the weekend, which is Manchester United versus Brighton. No, I'm only joking. It's Arsenal versus Chelsea. Or it's Chelsea versus Arsenal, because Chelsea are at home at Stamford Bridge. So, stop with the accent. So, look, anything's possible in football. I remember one Christmas, I really wanted an Amiga, and we didn't have a lot of money, and I didn't think there was much chance of getting it, and I would have preferred the truth. But all week before Christmas, all I got from my parents was, you never know what Santa's going to bring. You never know what he's going to bring. Anything can happen. Christmas is a magical time. So I went into Christmas Eve very excited, thinking, you know what? I know we haven't got much money, but I might just have it. I woke up and I got Now 28 and a crappy tape recorder. I wish somebody just told me the truth. And this was last Christmas. But no, you know what? Anything can happen in football, but it's not going to happen today. Arsenal fans, I think, are getting a little bit giddy. They got a little bit giddy against Man City. I don't think it's going to happen for them today, for many reasons. But also, Arsenal, the main reason Arsenal won't win this game, there's a few, but the main reason is their defence is terrible. Arsenal's defence is like when you go on holiday and you line up everything of value in your house, you leave the door unlocked, you go to the other side of the world, and then you smash it, you put it on Facebook, our door's unlocked and everything's there, just take it. That's Arsenal's defence for you. You know, they're terrible. And this is a home game for Chelsea. But more importantly, the midfield of Chelsea is going to dominate the midfield of Arsenal. Kante is a fantastic midfielder. Jorginho is a good signing. I don't know what's going on with Kovacic, whether he will play or not. But then you've got Hazard, Willian. They've got a very good team, and they will have no problems at all dismantling Arsenal. Now, obviously, this video is now probably going to end up being replayed later on tonight when Arsenal win 3 or 4-0. But in reality, there should be no problems with Chelsea beating Arsenal, which would leave Arsenal with 0 points after 2 games. But look, I'm going to defend Arsenal here. Someone's got to. Their defence is crap. But Emery has got a massive job, and patience is the key. I've had this chat with Robbie, and I've said, look, you know, Arsenal, you've got to be patient, and he agrees. It's just whether in the modern climate fans can do that. Man City at home, Chelsea away is a difficult start for anybody. Of course, a lot of teams would end up with 0 points. And Arsenal are a team that realistically are battling for 5th. And if they could get 4th, they're in dreamland. So, no, I think it's going to be very difficult for Arsenal. And they will lose today. I don't know what their next game is. I don't really care. But let's move on to the next big one. I think that, well, let's do Manchester United versus Brighton. I said 3-1 yesterday on the United stand. I stick by with that. Jose Mourinho's confidence says they've had a good week. And Brighton, I think, are going to get relegated. So, very quickly, I did that on 3 minutes and 10 seconds, which means it's going to be 3-1 like I predicted. Liverpool away to Palace on Monday night. I expect Liverpool to win that. I think Liverpool are going to go off like a train this season, the same as Man City. They've got Huddersfield at home. I expect them to win a lot of games at this start of the season, and it's whether Spurs and United and Chelsea can go with them. And I certainly think Chelsea will have 6 points tonight because they're playing Arsenal. Spurs are at home to Fulham. I think you know what, reality's biting now, isn't it? Everyone was getting very excited about Fulham, Watford, Everton, Wolves because they've spent a lot of money. And the reality is West Ham as well. The reality is most of them are going to be crap. I expect Spurs to have no problem dismantling Fulham, and that'll be 6 points for Spurs. So you're looking at, actually, I think come Monday night, Liverpool will have 6 points, City will have 6 points, Spurs will have 6 points, United will have 6 points, Chelsea have 6 points, Arsenal have no points. And it tells you a hell of a lot, doesn't it? But no, I do think that the teams that are potentially battling for top 4 will have 6 points. And I don't see Spurs having a problem with Fulham. I think Palace could give Liverpool a game, but I still think Liverpool aren't going to drop points until reality bites with a lot of these teams. And reality bites when teams like West Ham don't go to Anfield and think, oh, it's opening day, we've spent a lot of money, we can go and get a result. Oh, you know what I mean? And I think Palace will do the same because they're from down there. I think Palace, we're at home, first game of the season, under the lights, Selhurst Park. We'll give that Liverpool a game. Didn't we beat them? Weren't they crying on the pitch a few years ago? Yeah, we'll give Liverpool a game, we will. When actually what they should do is, the way to beat Liverpool is to sit back, to soak it up, to hit them on the break, to keep it tight. don't open up to Liverpool because they will absolutely annihilate you. And I think Crystal Palace, because it's the start of the season, because you can play Russian roulette with your 3 points, they'll have a go. And that's why Liverpool at the moment will have a good start to the season, because I think teams will have a go at them. And until we hit sort of mid-September, October time, when teams are realising, oh shit, we're in a bottom 4. We might be getting relegated here, Harry. Then that's when they'll shut up and they'll start playing the way that you should play against the top sides, especially Man City and Liverpool and Spurs. But at the moment, you've got teams who are going to have a go and they're going to get beat. And that's why people can say, oh, Goldbridge, you're a nonce or whatever. But actually, if you look at the last few years, if you look at the opening few weeks of any Premier League season, you get massive scores. United benefited from it last season. We were 4-0 FC until around the middle of September, and then it disappeared. Because teams, whether they're at the bottom or the bottom or the middle or the top, they go, you know what, if we win a couple of games, we'll be taught with Man City. But in September they go, we win a couple of games, we're still going to be in the bottom 3. So it's that's the way it'll work. And Douglas says, I can see Palace scoring, but we'll sneak it. United to beat Brighton comfortably, Chelsea to beat Arsenal. I think Arsenal to finish 7th, says Tyler. Yeah, I do think that one of those teams, I'm just going to go through that. But yeah, I do think that I think Liverpool obviously going to win comfortably. I think I went 3-1 with that on my Super Brew predictor. But we are in a situation whereby I think Arsenal probably are looking at 6th. 5th place is going to be one of the big teams missing out, because Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, Man United, Man City, that's 5 teams. But I mean, there are some interesting games today. I think Everton host Southampton. If Everton win that, they need to win that. That puts them on 4 points. Burnley are at home to, forget who they're at home to. Burnley. We love you, Burnley. Watford. We love you, Burnley. We do. Oh, Burnley, we love you. Arsenal to get relegated, says Adam Shaw. They'll definitely be in the relegation points this season. Good game. Annie, I didn't do FIFA predicts because it messed up. Don't even talk to me about it. Chelsea versus Arsenal score prediction, says Notorious Nerd. I'm going to be generous to Arsenal and say 6-0 Chelsea. No, I think it'll be 2-0 Chelsea. But they'll beat them. They will beat them. Everton host Southampton, as I said. Leicester Wolves is an interesting game. Very interested to see the result of that from a Manchester United point of view, because obviously Leicester, I think, are a good team. So let's have a look what Wolves are all about. Cardiff Newcastle, says Notorious Nerd. That's the Matteo Darmian fixture of the weekend, i.e. boring. Cardiff versus Newcastle. What a crap midday game that is. Yeah, I think I'll go. I think I'll take the dog for a walk for that one. Who do you think is going to go down, says FR Rated? I think Cardiff and Brighton nailed on. And who else will go down with at the moment, I don't know. It's very hard to predict 3, isn't it? But I think Cardiff and Brighton definitely are going to go down. Lagging a bit, says Druff. Yeah, live, isn't it? City versus Huddersfield prediction, 4-0 Huddersfield. No, 4-0 City. Brighton won't go down, says Ben Winty. Good. And surprised they've televised the Cardiff game. Warnock will be gone by November, says Tyler. And 5 Live predicted that Burnley will get relegated. The Burnley won't get relegated. I mean, their only problem is probably going to be Europa League if they're still in it. Prediction for today's game, says Sagar. I think I've done most of the predictions for today's game. I don't want to give them all up because then everyone will know what to do on Super Brew. Remember to subscribe to this channel if you're new, by the way. This is the Goldbridge Live and Uncut channel, so I can sort of be free. I mean, somebody just said then, have you been kicked off the United stand? I was on there last night. I've not been kicked off the United stand. This is just my channel that I'm having a lot of fun with. And Mark, will you be doing an F1 watch-alongs again? I might do keep, but it's at the moment it's just very, very busy. Very busy with lots of things going on. Big weekends are always very busy, especially when Manchester United are playing on a Sunday, which they are tomorrow. Arsenal Fan TV tonight will be on fire. You know what I think about Arsenal Fan TV, and I do like a lot of the lads there. They do a great job, but I'm wondering how long this bravado of, oh, everything's fine. You've got to give Emery time. I wonder how long that's going to last when middle of September they know they've got no chance of top 4. They've got to give Emery the season. But are Arsenal fans, are they now just, is it ingrained in them to be, critical and negative? We'll have to wait and see. But they're a banter club if they don't give him time. Thanks everyone for watching. Give us your comments and predictions below. That's what the Premier League Predictor is all about. And I shall see you later on the United stand. I think it's 8 o'clock tonight. No real Manchester United fan would watch the Man City Amazon TV Prime series. I totally agree. Speak to you all soon.